Hey guys, and today we are looking at Minecraft and seeing the controls for PS4, Xbox One and Nintendo Switch. Now, I don't know exact controls, but I hope this does help, and let's get to it really. So I'm going to be showing it in creative and in survival for anyone out there. Now the main one I'm going to start with is placing and breaking. So I'm going to get a wood block first. Now, for the Nintendo Switch, you should have a trigger on the back right. And this should be the same for PS4, Xbox One and Nintendo Switch. So you can break like this. You should be able to break whatever. Break and make your own cave, nearly anything, a trap, with that same trigger for the PS4, Xbox One and Nintendo Switch. Now the second main thing is to place blocks down. Now you can see I've got the wooden block here. So what it's going to be is that you can place things down with the left trigger. So you can see I can make a platform. Now this is the same for Xbox, PS4 and should also be Nintendo Switch. So you can use the trigger to be able to place blocks down. So you can see I can make like a little base. Now this is just in creative. If it was survival you'd probably be like this. Like that. Or something like that. And so, other than that, we are going to go on to the next thing. I'm going to leave this there. So, second of all, you'll probably want to know how to drop things. Now, it's a bit different for different things, but, what is it? I have to think for a second. 2 seconds. Well, I think I know now. Took a little thinking, but to drop something, so I've got wood blocks, sorry. I'm just going to make it day. I have a cheats on at the moment in the game. Okay, so to make it day, or not day, sorry, to drop something, you're going to want to press the button, which is like 4 buttons next to each other. Should be a bit like, if they're all connected up side by side, it would be like, say, a square sideways, if you get what I mean. So, well, yeah, so that would be sideways. So instead of it looking like that, it will be, instead of it looking like that, it would be like that. If all the sides were connected up, it would be a bit like that. So the bottom one on the left side should be left side, because it's all different for different things, different shapes, but on the left side there's 4 buttons all next to each other. Now it's the bottom one which makes you drop things. It's the same for Xbox One, PS4 and Nintendo Switch. Now the next thing you're probably going to want to know, is how to basically jump. Now most people do know this, but not everyone does. Now, for PS4, you have an X, which is so there's 4 buttons connect to each other. That's the bottom one, which will make you jump like S. Now with Xbox, I'll get to in a second because I'm not so sure at the moment about that. But Nintendo Switch, you have a button that's A. It has an A on it, like a symbol A, letter A, whatever. Now, that's for Nintendo Switch, which should be on the right side, which should make you jump. Of the 4 buttons connect to each other on the right side. Now to basically crouch, it would be circle for Xbox, no, not Xbox, PS4, circle to sneak on PS4, and B to sneak or crouch on the Nintendo Switch. Now I'm going to go through the jump and sneak on the Xbox now. So, 2 seconds guys, and just got to think, I'm not that good with this, so 2 seconds, bear with me. Okay, so now you could say it's the same as PS4 and Nintendo Switch. It's a bit like one, because you got A, which is for jumping, like the Nintendo Switch for Xbox, but it's at the bottom instead of the side. So on your controller you have the B button over here, you should do, and then you have an A button underneath. So you've got your 4 buttons, one there, one there, one there, one there. So you've got B there, which will be for sneak, which is the same layout, well, similar layout to PS4. Now underneath that you have got A. Now A is for jumping, which is a similar layout to PS4 again. Now we're going to go a bit deeper on how to get into the chat. Now again, it is a lot different, well not a lot different, but a bit different for different things. So first of all, I'm going to start with PS4, as I'm very used to, as I've used a PS4 controller for quite a while. So for PS4 you have your 4 buttons all next to each other on the left side of the controller. That would be the right one on the left side of the 4, which would bring you to the chat bar, which should be a bit like this. Now, circles to exit nearly everything on the PS4. For Xbox, no, not for Xbox, for the PS4 on Minecraft. So probably nearly everyone knows that anyway then, but it's just in case you just got the PS4 recent, or you've never known of the PlayStation area and never used a controller or something like that. So now we're going to go on to Xbox. So with Xbox you've got a little, you could say, symbol. It's near the middle, it's basically on the left middle area, just above where the 4 buttons connected are. When there should be, I think it's like 3 lines underneath each other. So that should bring you to the chat bar, which when you press it, should come up with something like this. Which then you can click on this and write hello or morning or whatever to any of your friends. Now, so after that we've got to go to the Nintendo Switch for the chat. So for Nintendo Switch it's a bit different again, I believe it is, because 2 seconds guys. Okay, so I'm back. So it's a similar layout to the PS4 now. So on the left side of the controller there is a set of 4 buttons next to each other, which should be, the right one should be the chat bar. So you should be able to open the chat like this and write whatever again, so hi or whatever to your friends. So there you go. So now I'm going to go on to some other things. So now not everyone knows how to get to the crafting section or your inventory. So I'm going to go over that, and then I think that will be it for this, and we will get to play something different. Which, what I mean by that is survival. So now, the inventory. For the Nintendo Switch, you've got a button at the top which is X. Now X should be for inventory on the Nintendo Switch, so when you press it, it should come up with something like this. Well, if you're in creative, something like this, or something like that, which then this is for armour, this is for anything on the side, so like your maps, a shield, fireworks, or something like that, or arrows. So you can go like that if you want to move things around, so I could go like this, or like this. So yeah, so that's for the Nintendo Switch, press X. Now for the PS4, you've got a button on the right side again, which is triangle. Now for the PS4, when you press triangle, it should come up with the same similar thing. Now, it shouldn't be that different with that, but yeah. Now for the crafting thing, you basically press the same or a different button, it comes up with the same menu, so you shouldn't need to worry too much about that. But the main thing you are going to need to worry about is to do with placing blocks. How do you open chests? How do you get into crafting tables? So I'm going to get a few different things: a barrel, smithing table, furnace. They're all going to be the same, but I'm just doing this for the point of it. Where's the chest? Oh, there it is. So I've got this. So I'm going to put that there, that there, that there, for example, first. Now, it's the same button that you place stuff down that you would get in chests, smithing tables, furnaces, lecterns. You place item frames down with, and by placing chests down. So it should all be the same. Now, so you're probably wondering what the lectern's for, so I better go over that and how to let's get into the lectern, what it's for, blah blah blah. So for this, you're going to want a book and quill, which for some reason I've forgotten where that is. There it is. I was right over it. Okay, so you have a book and quill, you place it on there, so it goes like that, then you can go on that, and then you can read whatever's there. To get it off, you basically do the attack, you could say, button, or break button, like that, to be able to get it off. So that, basically. So now I'm going to just get rid of this stuff. And we can go on to the next subject. So now, what is it that we need to do? Well, there's not really much left, really. But there is one thing, that you probably will want to know. That is that, how do you move through move through your items on your hotbar? And that is that you have them big triggers on the back of your control. But you have like tiny little type triggers that you can press down, which are a bit like buttons, which are in front of them triggers. Now, with them, you can move across the items in your hotbar, like so. I'm just gonna make it day again. Okay, so sorry. So we are going to just get rid of this for a second. And there you go. So just get rid of these item frames. And here you go. So now, after this, what do we do? How do we do things? Blah blah blah. Now I'm just going to show you a bit like short gameplay. So of creative. See, I've showed you basic creative, but I've not really showed you survival. So I'm going to go into survival. So now I'm survival. Oh, ender pearl. No, enderman. I mean, I better tell you a quick fact while I'm here. Never look an enderman in its eyes, because it will chase after you and try and attack you. Now, it's alright if you want to get some ender pearls or something like that, but that's nearly the only way or why you want to do it. So now, animals you obviously get meat from, and sometimes leather, different animals, like cows you can get leather from, and some llamas, some horses you can. Now sheep you obviously get wool from, and then you can climb like so, which is a bit slower, well, way slower, but it's not that bad really. It's not as bad as you think. You can just do this, do whatever, go around like that, I don't know. But, now, you basically know how to do most of this stuff. So the way to eat, I'm going to say, is that you can eat by when you're hungry. You can have, say, a piece of meat that's cooked with some fat in your hot bar, and then while it's in your hand, you press the button that you would play something out. But if you're not hungry, you're not going to be able to do it unless you're in peaceful mode or you're in creative. Now, there's not really much else I can really tell you, really, because I've basically told you everything, well, all the main things and all the other facts and stuff, but yeah. I guess I'm going to stop this now, and I'm going to go over and play some War Thunder, which you should be able to see in about 4 minutes time. So I'll see you in about 4 minutes time for War Thunder. See you then. I hope you enjoyed this, and I hope this helped you. See ya.